Hello, Farm of Life family.
Hey, family.
Hey, hey.
We're here with Tony, and
That's right.
who's that?
And the great Master Caesar. Here he is. For those who follow Farm of Life family, you know he is
him.
the guru of Farm of Life.
Most definitely.
Caesar. Anywho, we have, this man, I've had so much fun with him. He's been here for a month. We had a Skype interview, December, January with him. And I remember right after the Skype interview, I was like, I'm going to really have a good time with that guy. You can tell he's like a man's man, just a really nice guy, loving, caring, compassionate, kind.
And he's from Ohio. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, he's from Ohio.
So am I.
Jody's from Cincinnati. So anyway, let me do this with a quick introduction. Everybody, Tony.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Farm of Life.
Yeah,
Family.
we really love him. And as always in our videos, a little history, like, how did you're really on a spiritual path, right? Which, I love people like that. And when, you live kind of in the sticks in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
So when did all these, when did these thoughts start to come up for you in your life?
It was around 4 or 5 years ago, actually. It was more spiritual at that point. Not as much raw food or juicing, but just started on a spiritual journey all my life, and I have spent actually the last 4 years just really a lot of meditating, a lot of spiritual reading, and it actually had brought me to wanting to eat better and just to have a clearer mind. So I started researching how to do that, and that led me to your Farm of Life YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I started following you guys and watching every video you put out. And
that's awesome. You know how that's interesting you say that, because a lot of people, like, I came at this lifestyle eating raw food. I started with the raw foods. Like, I came at it like kicking and screaming, really. I was like, I'd make fun of vegans, I'm like, come on.
Right.
And then I started with and then I started feeling better, emotions came up, and then I got into the spirit. So it was like food, mind, then soul for me. I call it upper-ended it. Like, you started with a spiritual awakening and then realized, I can be more connected spiritually if I eat healthier.
Right.
Yeah. So you kind of came in from high to low. I came in from low to high. Either way, no big deal. It's always interesting to hear people's, entrances into this. So again, yeah, you were talking about, coming into the Farm of Life. How did you hear about us? You started watching our videos.
Started watching videos, and, I think when we talked back in December, actually, my interest was to do a water fast.
Yeah, he wanted to do a 40-day water
40
fast.
day.
And then I asked him, I love this. I love this. People, Farm of Life people out there, please. If you're thinking about doing a 40-day water fast, what's the old saying? Little baby steps, right? You can't, the cart before the horse, right? You can't 40-day water fast. That's some tough stuff. You have to have some serious knowledge and to be really cleaned out, And so it was funny because the next question I had for you, and I really love this guy. And I was like, so what's your diet like? How, be eating raw foods, juice fasting? No, not really. As a matter of fact, I kind of ate some French fries the other day. And I just started chuckling. I'm like, maybe not a 40-day water fast, Tony. What do you think? He's like, well, yeah, whatever,
And honestly, that's what I appreciated about you and Jody, was your complete honesty and truth.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's what we appreciate about you. You were so open to our input, and just like, even on that Skype interview, you're like, you guys guide me. I trust you all.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You were so great with that. And then you came here, right? So you come here. We talk about it. You finally make it here in July. And the first thing...
You're down to a week fast. So we agreed you were going to do a month visit with a week
10
fast.
days. And that, anybody can really do that. A little discipline, you're fine. So we got it down to that. And so it was funny. He gets here. Our cabbie opens up the door. I greet him, hug him. He looks at me and he says, I'm not doing any fasting. I just want to let you know. No fast. No fast. I said, all right, whatever, man. It's cool. And so take it from there. Tell us about your experience while you've been here.
Well, I most definitely knew that when I come down, just by leaving the American Standard diet and getting on these high-energy raw fruits and vegetables, that I would detox.
And herbs.
Even without a water fast.
Yeah,
so,
man.
That's why I changed that. But man, I got down here and the place is just beautiful, but the energy that you get off the raw fruits and vegetables is I've been on it for almost 30 days now.
Right.
And that's all I've had. And I can actually say I have never felt this good and with this much energy, and just I cleaned myself out, I mean, there's a long way to go, I think. I mean, this don't happen in 30 days, but I've got a really good jump start. But yeah, just being down here, I was kind of, what word would you use at first?
Well, you were a bit like when a lot of people come here, and this is interesting, a lot of people come here from the Western world, right? And then mind shatter. And so we're out in the middle of nowhere, right? So we're out in the middle of nowhere, and generally...
Nowhere!
Yeah, I mean, generally, at first, the first couple of days, people will come here and they'll love it. They're like, oh, it's beautiful. But it's peaceful and quiet here. And people aren't used to peaceful and quiet, right? In the first world.
Yeah, I'm used to going to nice resorts and stuff, and
go,
and you have, but that's not the case here. So I was kind of having some...
You got to look at yourself, the thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, and it's sometimes it's hard. It depends. People go a little bit, they can go a little bit nutty here. But then if you talk to them, you're like, find some peace, sit on your balcony and just stare out into nature.
Well, I think the first big, huge turn for me was I was debating whether to take some of these adventures.
Yeah.
I like to the waterfalls. I mean, you guys have some of the most beautiful waterfalls in the world.
Very spiritual places as well.
And I remember I was kind of hesitant. I wasn't feeling so good at first.
Right.
And I remember you coming to me the next morning and says, no, you're going. And I tell you what, man, brother, I love you for that. You pushed me out of my comfort zone, and that's exactly what I needed. And after that day, things started to change.
Well, also, because you were detoxing, so you were feeling irritable and...
Detoxing,
not feeling so well, but
yeah,
walking to a waterfall, one exercise is going to flush your lymphatic, move your blood, and getting you in that water, all of that's going to help you flush through the toxicity.
Well, people don't realize that these hikes to the waterfalls, they're not just a physical experience.
No.
They're a mind-spiritual experience too, because you're immersed in the sounds and what you're seeing in nature. And it's like awe-striking, right? And on top of that, the water is 8.5 alkaline all around here, and so it's healing you. And water's a carrier of information, so if you tell it to heal you, and move you forward in your transition, in your transformation, it will.
Yeah.
And that's what we had talked about. And you went down there, and I'm like, look, man, Nayaka's so beautiful. And when you see something that beautiful made by God, right, which we are too, you can't help it. Your heart starts to open. And I remember I'm like, you're gonna come back and you're gonna hug me.
Yeah,
remember that? You did, and we hugged it out because I knew it would be more transformational for you than just a hike. Yeah, waterfall coming back. No, it was deeper than that, right? And you needed that.
Most definitely, and it was amazing how tuned in that you and Jody was to what I needed, and I didn't have to say anything. Like I said, just pushing me out of my comfort zone in a very safe way.
Yeah.
I'm not real, I was a little scared of water. I'm not a real good swimmer. And my second waterfall I went to, which you was leading the tour.
I love this one.
Brian said, hey, I want you to jump off a cliff today in the water. And I did. So,
Peace Falls is not, no, I didn't have him jump really high. It's just a little 6-foot jump. But it's about...
Into deep water.
It's about releasing, there are 4 things, right? Shame, guilt, fear, and anger. The big 4. When people release them, they shift, they change, right? So with this guy, there was just a little bit of fear going on there, fear of swimming, and I'm like, look, just trust. And then I had him look at the water, and I'm like, look at that water, it's okay. And I'm like, what are you, right? We're mostly water.
80% water.
Right? So you're just staring at your reflection. It's not going to hurt you if you don't think it's going to hurt you. And of course, I told him I was going to be right there, I'm right there. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. This has been done a million times. And he jumps, and he has a blast. He just has an absolute blast. And then he learned how to swim too.
Yeah. So I had a lot of aha moments on that trip, and yeah, most definitely.
That was awesome, man.
That was epic.
And then of course, those experiences early on, and now we fast forward a little bit towards last week. He had an experience with 2 very powerful medicines, plant medicines, one in peyote and the second one in ayahuasca. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Peyote, both of them was life-changing experiences, and 2 experiences that I'll never forget. But peyote for me allowed me to see areas in my life that I need growth.
Yeah.
But also allowed me to realize how much I don't live in the present moment. that a lot of times I'm in monkey mind, even especially when I'm back in the States, and it allowed me to see. It just brought me to that moment, the present moment, and I'm having a hard time explaining this because sometimes it's just hard to put words on.
It's hard to put words on these upper dimensional experiences. It sure is. But like, you know, the basic learning in all of these plants is God is love.
Oh, absolutely. Right? And when you are on one of the plants,
and oneness to
you're
everything.
Oneness with everything, most definitely.
Yep.
That was the biggest thing I noticed.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just an amazing experience. And ayahuasca. Speak to it.
Wow, ayahuasca,
Intense.
very intense. That happened 2 nights ago. But probably the most life-changing thing I've ever had. Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just the oneness and the love and just realizing that I'm part of everything in this universe.
You're a little chip of God, my friend.
I am.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And ayahuasca is a little more intense than peyote. It teaches you a little bit more intensely that sometimes you can get a little out of control, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me it was, we call her Mama.
Yes, we do.
Ayahuasca is Mama, and
Peyote's Papa.
she allows you to see those things in you that you need to change.
Yep.
And I think it's good to be faced with that. I think it's anytime you can grow in life and expand, and that's what she allowed me to do the other night.
Yeah.
For sure.
Excellent. So, what changes? I mean, what continuations, changes? You know, you're going back here in a few days, and you know we're always going to keep in touch with you, and I hope you come back. But when you go back, what changes do you think you might make?
Most definitely. I mean, you helped me build me a program that I could eat, or an eating program, I should say. I'm going to stick with a lot of raw fruits throughout the day, and then green salads for like my main meal at night.
That's great.
But a lot of juicing as well. I mean, I love the
Sure.
juicing that I've incorporated down here. But like I said, I just feel so good eating this way, and it gives me, I think clearer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel lighter. I feel more energy, and most definitely has cleaned myself out. So I'm going to continue on this path. And that was one reason I wanted to come down here, was to get away from that heavy, dense, dead food.
Yep. That's a good point.
And after being on this for 30 days, I see the difference between living food and dead food. So
You're a living being, right?
Yes.
So it makes logical sense to put living things in a living being. You know?
And there's other things that I did down here for the first time in my entire life. I never had done any yoga practice, and I have taken many yoga classes while I've been down here, and that's really helped not only my flexibility and stretching out my muscles that's never been stretched before in my life,
Mm-hmm.
but allowing me to sit with myself in complete silence and meditation has also just been a huge benefit to me.
It's beautiful, man.
But
We're so happy to have you here, really.
so happy to be here.
It's been really fun with you. We've had a lot of laughs. You know, I don't know. It's just been great.
It
It
has.
really has.
I love you
Thanks,
both,
man.
and thank you for giving my life back. I mean, honestly.
Woo!
Yeah. I can't wait to come back again.
Another seed grows at the Farm of Life.
You are going to fast when you come back.
I
Yeah.
am most
We
definitely
talk about it.
interested
You're
in a
ready.
fast,
You're
yes.
ready now. If you want to come back and you continue with this lifestyle, next time you come back, you're absolutely ready to do a fast.
And I will say this, I have lost close to 25 pounds just by doing this.
And you never even really wanted. That wasn't
That
a
was
goal.
not my goal.
But obviously, if you eat this way, you're going to lose weight. And you
Yeah.
lost 25 pounds.
That, and then going on all the adventure hikes and stuff and getting out
Sure.
there. And,
Sure, you got your body moving.
And you've been walking with some of the other guests, and like you said, doing
Sure.
yoga.
That was probably the biggest thing that I'm going to take away from here is, I come down, I wasn't thinking about community, I wasn't thinking about, but the biggest thing I take away from here is the people I've met in the community that you guys have built. There is so much love with everybody, and with that love from everybody that's staying here has helped my process just be so easy.
And to clarify, by community, we mean us, the volunteers, and the other guests.
Yeah,
Yes.
us, the volunteers, and the other guests. I mean,
Many of whom are here for a month as well as you. So
yeah, there's a lot of long-termers here right
Yeah.
now. But it's the like-mindedness.
It is.
Everyone's on kind of the same direction here, so it becomes. That's why we call it the Farmer Life Family YouTube channel, because everybody kind of grows together. It's nice.
It does. I'll leave here having new friends for the rest of my life. That
Nice.
Man, it's just nice.
Mm.
Well, if I'm ever in the Ohio area, we'll definitely.
Oh, most definitely. You guys got to stop in. I'd love to have you.
Thanks, man. Let's hug it up.
Thank you.
My boy.
Thanks, Jody.
Oh, you're welcome.
I can't wait to come back and see your pool.
That's right. The pool's on its way, Farmer Life family. Be swimming soon.
Yes.
Much love to you.
Love you
We'll
all.
see you.
Bye-bye. Say bye.